Hey guys, this is week 2, place value. Let's go over example problems that you'll see on the homework and on the quiz. Give the digits in the hundred thousands place and the ones place. Okay, so we talked about it. There's a decimal here that we start with. Working our way over, we have ones, tens, hundreds in this period, then ones, tens, hundreds in this period. This is my ones period, this is my thousands period. So we just want the ones in the ones period, so the answer is 2. In the hundred thousands, well, we have 1, 10, 100, then my thousands, 1, 10, 100. That's my hundred thousands. So there's a 1 there. All right, question 2. What is the value of the 7 in this number? Again, we could put a comma there. 1, 10, 100. Now my thousands period. 1,000, 10,000, 100,000. So this is 7 1,000s. This is 7,000. What is the value of 7 in this? Ones, tens, hundreds. So that's 7 hundreds, 700. The value of the 7 in this number is that the value of this 7. Well, this is 10 times greater. There's one extra 0. So that's that times 10 is that. So it's 10 times greater. Okay, so that's question 1 and 2. Question 3. Write the number 49,062. Usually there's a comma after the 1,000 there, separating our periods. So we're going to write 49,062. So I could write it separately. We have 49,000 and we have 62. So if we just add those two, 49,062. Don't forget that 0. We need that 0 for a place value holder. Write the number 92 million. 92, that's 1,000. So that's million, because my ones period, thousands period, millions period, 92 million, 500,000. So it's 92 million plus 500,000. 92 million, 500,000. I like that. Question 5, write this in expanded form. Okay, so that's 9 ones. That's 5 tens, that's 2 hundreds, that's 8 thousands. So 8,000 plus 200 plus 50 plus 9. It's one way to do it. We also could multiply that out and tease those answers out. Question 6. For each number below, write whether it is even or odd. To know even or odd, we only look at the ones place value. We don't have to worry about anything else for even or odd. So our odd numbers, 1, 3, 5, 7, 9, our even numbers, 2, 4, 6, 8, and numbers that end with a 0. Ends with a 5, that's odd. Ends with a 0, even. Ends with an 8. Even, one's digit is a 7, odd. One's digit is a 1. There you go. Give the digits in the ones place and the tenths place. Okay, so now we have talked a lot about on this side of the decimal, ones, tens, hundreds, thousands, 10,000s. So the 2's in the ones place. Now in my tenths place, going the other way, we're mirroring it, not using the 1. So we have tenths instead of tens. Hundredths instead of hundreds, thousandths, so tenths, hundredths, thousands, 10,000s. That's my tenths place. You can use your notes on your homework, not on the quiz. Find the digits in the ones place, the tenths place, the 10,000ths place. So we could be thinking, going this way, 1, 10, 100, 1,000, 10,000. So going this way, tenths, hundredths, thousands, 10,000s. So there's my 10,000ths place. Tenths, we don't do ones. And to the right of the decimal is always your ones. Write the following number in standard decimal form. 9 hundredths. This is really saying 0 and 9 hundredths. So we have 0 and we know we have to get all the way to the hundredths place. Tenths, hundredths. We're 9 hundredths. So we got to fill in a 0 in there. 0 and 9/100. Okay? This is not 9/100. We are going to the hundredths place value, but that's 90/100. Don't do that. Okay, halfway done almost. Write the following number in standard decimal form. Similar problem. 7 and 2/10. So we have 7, then we heard the word and, 2 has to go in the tenths place. 7 and 2/10. Looks like that. Next, we're going to write the following number in standard decimal form. Can't get that to work today, I'm sorry. That's why we've got a little bit extra time with me coming back and forth. 212 thousandths. So I have to write the number 200, then write my decimal, and I'm going to 12 thousandths. Tenths, hundredths, thousandths. I gotta put my 12 over here, that's 12 thousandths. Don't put the 1, 2 with the 0, that'd be 120 thousandths. Complete each number sentence by choosing greater than, less than, or equal to. 34 minus 1 is 33. Okay, we want to eat the bigger one, Pac-Man does. 32 plus 104 is 136. That's the same. 4 times 7 is 28. That's greater than. Okay. Next, we're going to order numbers from least to greatest. Okay, so it would make sense to line up the decimals. Or I'm sorry, we don't have any decimals in this one. Well, we do. The decimals follow the ones digit, we just don't see them right now. So there are decimals there. But we see all of them go to the thousands period. So let's just compare the thousands period. 5,000, 92,000, 47,000, 951,000. This is clearly the biggest. 5,000 is clearly the smallest. Now just 47,000 or 92,000. 92,000 here, 47,000 there. This topic you can actually drag with your finger. You don't have to type them all in. Okay, use less than, greater than, or equal to compare the following decimals. Okay, so let's line the decimals. Let's line them up vertically so we can see them. Okay. Going left to right, those are the, let's annex a 0. Remember, we can always annex zeros. Those are the same, those are the same, those are the same. So these two are equals. 70 hundredths is the same as 7 tenths. Okay, let's line these up now. 6.09, 6.7, and then we can annex a 0. Those are the same. This one's bigger. So 6.7. Gobble it up. That's less than that. Okay, 6.26 or 2.31, well, we can clearly see 6 is bigger than 2. You'd rather have $6.26 than $2.31. Okay, now we're going to order these numbers from least to greatest. Again, let's have a nice lined up list and see it visually. Don't just try to do it in your head. 7 and 3 thousandths. 7 and 1,022 10,000ths. 7 and 300ths. 7 and 1/10. Okay, so now let's annex zeros all the way to my 10,000ths, so it's easier to see. Okay, they all begin with 7, so we can ignore the 7. Then we have 2 that have zeros, 2 that have 1s. These are going to be my 2 smaller, these are going to be my 2 bigger. So now I just need to compare my 2 smaller. Those are both zeros, that 0 is smaller, so there's my smallest. So I can drag this, move it all the way to the left. Okay, now that we said those are my 2 smallest, that's got to be my next smallest. 7 and 300ths. Now I just need to compare my 2 largest. The 7s are the same, the 1s are the same, the 0s are the same. 2 is bigger than 0. So that goes over here, that goes right there. There they are in order. Okay? That's one of the most missed topics. You take your time, you can do that one. Okay, same thing for 16. We put that topic on there twice so you can work through it twice. I'm not going to do it again for you right now. It's the same thing that you need to do for this. With one possible shortcut, if you see right here, that's 7 and something, 5 and something, 5 and something, 5 and something, you know right away, that's the biggest. So just line up these three vertically. So looking at it, 5.3, 0.3, 0.7, that one's bigger. Now just compare that and that. That is a 0, that is a 9, smaller, bigger. Round 39 to the nearest 10. Locate your number, look right next door. 5 or higher, add one more. 4 or lower, just ignore. So we're adding one more. Round these to the nearest 100,000. Locate your number, look right next door. 5 or higher, add one more. 4 or lower, just ignore. Now we're putting all the trailing place values at 0. Okay, that's 18. 2 more. Okay, now we're going to round to the nearest 10th. Okay, to do this, now that we have decimals, it's the same rules, except we're going to get rid of the trailing decimals. So locate your number, 10th, look right next door, 8, 5 or higher, add one more. So one more than 9 would be 10, so we got to move over to that place value too. And then all the trailing we get rid of. Now I could also put 1. In science, you'd want that for specificity, but for now, either one of those works. 1 is the same as 1.0. Round this to the nearest whole number. Locate your number, whole number, 1's place, look right next door, 8, 5 or higher, add one more, 4 or lower, just ignore. So your answer is 37. Okay, that's how you do this week's material. Good luck on your homework, do your best, show your work, you'll do well.